So we're on our way. Freezeout trail from the Freezeout trailhead way over down here. Yeah, we just hiked up from down in those trees. That's a haul. Even Diesel was complaining. Stop in the shade to lay in the cool mud left by all the human and horse footprints. We still got some up to go, I think. If we had more time, we'd go all the way to the Snake River and check it out, but we have to be careful because it's not called the Snake River just for nothing. You gotta watch out for rattlesnakes, Diesel. You gotta be less curious around them than you usually are. This canyon's going all the way back. Supposedly ticks around here too, so ticks and snakes are two worst enemies. I don't think we're going up that. Our trail leads this way, maybe up and around over there and over the top, and then Hell's Canyon. Out here we get into some little higher elevations. Not right now. I don't think we're at 7,000 yet, but yeah, the Rockies are a little bit higher than Black Elk Peak, and then the Sierras are even higher. So we'll get down to California and take my cousin out to some backcountry wilderness up at 8, 9, 10,000 feet. Hopefully I can still breathe. Up and up and up. And up some more. Just hitting the Daisy's elevation, I guess. All the way up. It's way better than some stuffy gym on a treadmill. I'll tell you what. Huh, Diesel? Rather go to the gym? No, forget that. Look at this view. All those switchbacks. Half a dozen at least. We're getting up around the edge here where we can see some of what's behind it. And what's behind it is just more mountains, higher and higher. You can't see from here, but you can way off over there. There's actually some snow caps. They're called the Eagle Peaks, I think, and they're to the west of Joseph in Oregon, eastern Oregon. Devil's Canyon is to the east of Joseph. Let's hit these switchbacks, Diesel. You're digging. Getting cool. Cool down. Let's go, let's hike. Come on. I've seen these occasional deer tracks on the trail. They're probably not more than a day or two old. Just rained recently, and those tracks are in fresh mud that's dried up in the last day or so. So, like I said, a day or two. I'm sure there are plenty of mule deer around. Diesel gets his pack off. He lays right down in the mud, the cool mud. He got his bully sticks. You got your bully sticks? No. I'll have a little snack in the shade before we proceed. This is a nice little shady spot. These trees are enormous, these pine trees. probably 5 or 6 feet around circumference. That one right there. These are like normal sized trees by comparison. See the difference? Things are enormous. It's almost twice the size of those. Another larger one over here. We'll get going in here in a few minutes after we have a little snack. We'll leave all that open scenic beauty behind us as we descend into the forest. Near a stream. This is where you get your drinking water. Off the mountain. What is vegetation growing right here? This must be steady spring. Maybe. Nothing like fresh mountain spring water. I'll take it. Daisy coming back. It's up there. Hiking up and up constantly. But up high enough now, you can see those Eagle Peaks off in the distance. All those snow caps. We're up high enough to see over that closer ridge line where that's all we could see before. And you'll see that not only can we see those peaks, there's another ridge line behind the front one. So there's two, and there might even be more in between, but I think actually in between there might be Joseph's over there and maybe some other towns and stuff. And then those peaks are on the other side. I think there might be a little valley behind that second ridge. Western Rim National Recreation Trail. Freezeout. We just came up from Freezeout. And Saddle Creek goes off in this direction. Come on, folks. Can I get a thumbs up here for this? Look at this. This is absolutely gorgeous view from up here. Not quite a 360 because we have this, but I suppose if you follow the Western Rim Trail, it's up there a little ways. You can see it cut into the side and get up on that ridge and maybe all the way up to the top there. You can get a 360, but come on, do we need a 360 really to get one thumbs up? Yeah. Our trail goes this way. Down around there. And then you can see the switchbacks going all the way down in here. And off to the east, Hell's Canyon and the Seven Devil Mountains. I suppose those are some of them there off in the background. Those, maybe. Diesel is resting up. We'll go find a campsite. You ready? We'll go find a campsite. You wanna go? Dingo? Wanna go find a campsite? Yeah. Feeling good. There's some nice flora. We're part way down. It's faster going down, but it hurts more. These daisies, I found some blooming columbines. One of my favorites. These are also pretty nice. I'm not sure what this bush is, but And then we got these, there's more yellow and more purple. Sort of like violas or something. Some back there. These are just feasting on grass. More daisies, more daisies. Some nice flora. We haven't seen much in the way of wildlife. Just a few birds here and there. More blooming columbines. We didn't see any on the south side, the south slope. Or is that the west? Anyways, some nice ones around here. Some nice blooming columbines. And now some orange and yellow columbine. All the columbine's in the background that mostly spent, but here's some nice sample of these. If anyone knows what any of these other plants are, I'm only familiar with the columbines and the daisies. I forget the specific species name. Diesel, stop. Diesel! He's gonna sniff a rattlesnake and get bit. Hopefully not. Yeah, let me know if anyone knows the names of these flowers. And the bushes too. And then finally these little yellow guys. I used to know what some of these, the orange ones and the orange and these little yellow guys and these orange guys there. But that was some years ago, over a decade since I practiced any of this stuff. So, yep, feel free to comment with the specific species. I thoroughly enjoyed if you wrote out the genus, species, and scientific name of any of them, as well as the common name. But even just the common name will do. This ought to be fun, climbing back out tomorrow. It's hellacious downhill, like loose, scrabbly rock, and dry, hard pack. It's great for slipping. Tell you what though, this knee pad, knee braces, holding up like a champ. You can hear the river getting closer and closer. And we're gonna look for a camp spot once we get down by the river. And hopefully there's some, or at least one already there. If not, we might try to find a good spot to make one, but I'd rather use one that's already there. Just spectacular, even from here. So it sounds like a little waterfall over there. Flows down to these trees. Further down the canyon, these trees. Further down the canyon that way. And somewhere in there's got to be a campsite. And we're going to find it. Downstream and check my map real fast. Just to point out that this is not an easy trail, not by any means. The handout even says it's difficult. And you can see why. This is the better part of the trail. It's not smooth at all in most places. Right here, this is as good as it gets. And you see this water running through here, carving out trenches, and it gets difficult in spots because those trenches get a little deeper at the same time as the vegetation starts to creep in from the sides and it's all overgrown and it's not heavily traveled, I think. Maybe it is, but it's a difficult trail. Like I said, this is the easy part right here. Strenuous hiking, both up and down, especially down this side. Took us about 100 minutes to hike up and about half that to come down, but the coming down was probably more difficult. Going up, when it got rough, we could take a rest for a minute. And yeah, that cuts into our time, our ETA for wherever, but you know, we're not out here trying to beat the clock or anything. We're just gonna find a campsite before dark. At this point, you can hear the crickets coming in. And it's not even 6 o'clock yet. I still have a couple hours before sunset, 2.5 hours. And it won't be dark until after that, but it might get darker down here in this canyon. What's Diesel doing? He found something. Diesel, up. What are you doing? Yeah, you got some scab, something. Well, I guess they won't smell you coming. So there's a good camp spot right here. There's some hikers that I saw at the trailhead who were leaving when we pulled in, so they had about a half-hour head start, and they're already here at the good camp spot. Nice big flat spot. It's a picture tent. It's back a little ways. This is some of the view from, there's this ridge line that comes out to here. I guess it goes up a little further. And I guess maybe up further. But yeah, you can step out on those rocks and get really good view of this valley, this canyon. This isn't actually Hell's Canyon. You gotta hike down over yonder, and then Hell's Canyon is off to the right there. And so is the Snake River, runs south. So this is Saddle Creek, runs along here, down to there, through that canyon, and meets up with the Snake River, and turns south over that way. This might be the end of the line for this hike, and then we'll just head out early morning. These guys have the really good spot. And then there are a couple of other spots over here. We've got Diesel's harnessing people. He's good at that. But looks like this might be a camp spot right here. I'm gonna pitch a tent here. Yeah, in fact, we could do that. Every good hiking video has to end with the dog licking himself, right?